English author and screenwriter David Nicholls presents the contemporary novel Us, 2014, which revolves around the story of 54-year-old Douglas Petersen. Amid a family journey across Europe, Douglas endeavors to salvage his marriage and mend his strained relationship with his moody son. Nicholls skillfully interweaves humor and pathos to delve into the intricacies of marital and familial bonds, as well as the aftermath of divorce. For his work on Us, Nicholls was honored with the 2014 Specsavers National Book Awards UK Author of the Year accolade. Additionally, the novel secured a spot on the long list for the prestigious Man Booker Prize. Nicholls extended his creation to the realm of television, adapting Us into a 4-part BBC drama series that commenced filming in July 2019. The protagonist, Douglas Timothy Petersen, a British individual, recounts his narrative through a dual perspective that alternates between the present day and recollections of his early life alongside his wife, Connie. In his self-description, Douglas acknowledges that he lacks remarkable courage and physical stature. His demeanor is orderly and scientific, reflecting his unremarkable nature with brown eyes and a face that is just perfectly fine. Douglas embodies the epitome of an individual who does not draw comparisons to movie stars. A biochemist by profession, he has shifted from pure research to a managerial role in research and development within a corporate setting. While he strives to stay in shape, driven by the awareness that his father succumbed to a heart attack, Douglas grapples with the realities of middle age, observing that the process of aging is as abrupt as snow sliding off a roof. Fond memories of his earlier years as a young scientist and the thrill of researching Drosophila melanogaster, the common fruit fly, during his postdoctoral studies permeate Douglas's thoughts. Yet, Douglas candidly admits that he might have been somewhat more solitary than he desired during his youth, sensing that something crucial might have been missing from his life. He concurs with his exuberant sister, Karen, who once remarked, "It was true, I suppose, that I'd never got the hang of being young." Douglas's encounter with Connie, a free-spirited artist, transpires at a dinner gathering hosted by Karen. He is captivated by Connie's melodious and captivating voice, her stylish demeanor, and her innate ability to listen. She accepts his proposal and agrees to marry him a few months later. Their union is one of contrasts, a merging of opposites. Eventually, they decide to leave their city apartment behind and settle into a rural home. Within their marriage, Douglas and Connie are parents to a single living child, 17-year-old Albie, fondly nicknamed Egg. Albie takes after his mother in his artistic pursuits, and their shared interests in art, photography, and music foster a strong connection between them. As time goes on, Douglas becomes acutely aware of how raising Albie accentuates the disparities between him and Connie, distinctions that once seemed merely light-hearted in their pre-parenting days. He grapples with the sense that Connie's approach to parenting Albie is marked by an almost excessively informal and laissez-faire demeanor. As Connie champions Albie's artistic endeavors, Douglas pushes him to consider his future plans, sparking tensions. Albie, holding an evident disdain for his rigid and methodical father, joins forces with Connie in jesting at his expense. Despite his deep affection for Albie, Douglas is hurt and pained by the palpable disdain that Albie displays. One night, Connie rouses Douglas from sleep to reveal that she believes their marriage has reached its natural conclusion and expresses that she thinks she wants to part ways. This revelation comes after 21 years of marriage, leaving Douglas profoundly unsettled. Although he loves Connie deeply, he has consistently struggled to express the depth of his feelings, noting that, "I loved my wife to a degree that I found impossible to express, and so rarely did." Even in the face of their strained relationship, Douglas and Connie have already planned a month-long family journey across Europe before Albie embarks on his university journey in the fall. Despite the tumultuous state of their marriage, they decide to proceed with the trip and postpone the divorce until after Albie's departure. For Douglas, the trip is an opportunity not only to salvage his relationship with Connie, but also to bridge the emotional gap between himself and Albie. Throughout their travels to cities such as Amsterdam, Paris, Venice, and Barcelona, they explore renowned museums and marvel at timeless works of art. Douglas is resolute in his mission to transform the journey into a success, aiming to rekindle his connection with Connie and foster a stronger bond with Albie. Guided by his characteristic organization and meticulous planning, Douglas has meticulously arranged their accommodations in advance and structured a detailed itinerary for their travels. Douglas crafts a personal set of guidelines, complete with enumerations, to govern his behavior during the journey, hoping to secure its success. His list includes directives like maintain a sense of fun and spontaneity and avoid conflict with Albie. Despite his conscious efforts, a misstep on Douglas's part inadvertently offends Albie, prompting the young man to abandon the family tour in favor of pursuing a relationship with Kat, a captivating 26-year-old accordionist and ventriloquism enthusiast hailing from New Zealand. In light of these developments, Connie decides to cut her losses and returns to London. Determined to retrieve Albie, Douglas embarks on a journey to track him down. Along the way, he's compelled to embrace a more impromptu approach, navigating challenges such as imprisonment, a cluster of jellyfish, and the advances of a divorced Scandinavian woman. Kat provides Douglas with insight into Albie's concerns, revealing his fear of letting his father down. Eventually reuniting with Albie, Douglas offers a heartfelt apology, leading to a reconciliation between father and son. Their relationship takes a turn for the better as they begin to bridge the gap between them. Despite Douglas's efforts, his marriage with Connie is beyond salvaging, and she decides to leave him. In her pursuit of renewed passions, Connie rekindles her relationship with a former boyfriend, a fellow artist she had parted ways with before marrying Douglas. The divorce forces Douglas to find his own path, and he settles into a modest apartment near Oxford. Although the dissolution of their marriage is undoubtedly challenging, Connie assures Douglas that it isn't the end of his world, emphasizing the positive aspects of their shared history, particularly their remarkable son. They part amicably, maintaining a respectful connection by meeting for lunch every other month. With newfound optimism, Douglas nurtures a potential relationship with Freya, the Scandinavian woman he encountered during his search for Albie. As the story concludes, hope for a brighter future lingers in the air. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.